Investigation into match-fixing allegations surrounding 2 games held in Turkey last month. FIFA's disciplinary committee looking into the match involving Latvia and Bolivia, and also investigating the game between Estonia and Bulgaria at the same venue. This is after all the goals in those games came from penalties. Both of the matches understood to have been handled by the same team of Hungarian officials. Now, the fallout from Tuesday's Champions League match between Arsenal and Barcelona continues, with Arsene Wenger denying any wrongdoing over his UEFA charge of improper conduct. Wenger and midfielder Samir Nasri have both been charged with using inappropriate language towards the referee following their side's defeat at Barcelona.
I deny completely any charge. I don't understand where that comes from. And I believe that it is the kind of thing that are difficult to understand, because it is a shame that for me the referee took the decision to send Robin van Persie off, because it was the wrong decision.
Thursday saw a busy night of Europa League football. 8 round of 16 first leg ties took place. A very good evening indeed for Portuguese sides, as Braga, Benfica and Porto all went through. Liverpool then shocked by Braga, and Manchester City completing a miserable night for English Premier League sides. They were beaten by Dynamo Kiev 2-0, the first goal scored by Andrei Shevchenko. Also wins for Villarreal, for whom Nilmar scored an injury time winner, FC Twente and Spartak Moscow as well. Now, some action from South America's Premier Club competition, the Copa Libertadores, and the Group 8 clash between Uruguayan champions Peñarol and Ecuador's Quito. This match was described as a very physical affair, particularly because of incidents like that. Peñarol's Dario Rodriguez certainly making Quito's Hernan Barcos' eyes water. Incredibly, Rodriguez wasn't even booked. As for the game itself, it ended 1-0 to Peñarol. Well, my eyes are watering, but that's all your sport for now.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, stay with us here in AlJazeera. We'll be updating the headlines right after the break. Before we go, just a reminder, you can keep up to date with all the news by following our website.
Welcome back. Well, we are going to look at one more day of snow across most of Japan. They've been seeing snow pretty much all week long, but Friday is going to be their last day, as you can see right here. That snow is going to be in the upper elevations just to the west of Tokyo. We're also going to be seeing some rain showers along that western coast. But as we go into Saturday, the storm system moves out, and we're looking at some much clearer weather, as well as much warmer weather. We're looking at Seoul at 12 degrees, Pyongyang at 11 degrees, and as you can see over here towards China, those temperatures begin to go into the upper teens and the lower 20s, so that's some very nice weather for the weekend there. Across southern parts of China, we are looking at still mostly cloudy conditions, heavy rain showers too. Over towards Taiwan, those are going to be where we see the heaviest rain showers over the next several days. Temperature of about 19 there. Manila, your rain showers start to die down. We're going to be seeing about 30 degrees for you into your forecast. Down towards Australia, that is one of our biggest concerns. It has been our biggest concern for the last week. We are looking at this very large area of low pressure to the north. This is really being affecting the North Territory as well as Queensland. We have flash flood warnings in effect for the next several days. Heavy rain showers are going to be a problem, about 100 millimeters of rain a day. But down towards the south, not looking too bad. We are looking at Melbourne at 28, Sydney at 27, and Brisbane at 28 also.
Whether it's nature or man-made, an event or a memory, time affects our perception and tests our will. Places we go and things we see determine what we know and who we are. Open your eyes to a world of documentaries. Witness at this time on Al Jazeera.
As protests, violence, and the call for political reform spreads across the Arab world, Al Jazeera's in-depth coverage of events on the ground brings you the news as it breaks. Ongoing coverage of the Libya uprising on Al Jazeera.
This is our country. We will never ever give up, and we will never ever surrender.
The Libyan leader's son warns of an all-out assault to crush rebel fighters. Hello, I'm Sami Zaidan. This is Al Jazeera live from Doha. Without warnings being backed up by a barrage of tank and artillery fire, sending rebels into retreat at a strategic oil port. France and Britain come out fighting, saying Gaddafi must step down and the EU should prepare to help the opposition. Also ahead, Saudi police open fire on protesters ahead of mass rallies called for Friday. The diplomatic pressure is mounting on Libya. Foreign ministers from Arab Gulf states have joined the international chorus denouncing the Gaddafi regime. And Britain and France are urging the EU to recognize the opposition rebellion. But Gaddafi's son is warning of an all-out assault against rebel fighters. Imran Khan reports.
If they want to support the militia, do it. But I will tell you from now, you're going to lose. We will win. And we're not afraid of the American fleet, NATO, France, European. This is our country. We live here, we die here.
Defiant words from Saif al-Gaddafi, the son of the Libyan leader.
To those terrorists.
The rhetoric hasn't changed. The rebels are simply terrorists and the Libyan nation is united. It's a theme he further explores, saying that pro-Gaddafi demonstrators make up the vast majority of Libyans.
2 days ago, have you seen thousands of people marching the streets and the squares? You saw them early in the morning?
Yes.
This is the real picture of Libya.
But even when announcing the return of captured Dutch soldiers, he allows himself a slight smile, a sign perhaps that confidence is high in the government camp.
So we captured the first NATO soldiers. We're sending them back home, but we're still keeping their helicopter, the armed helicopter.
On the ground, though, it's a confused picture. The tiny town of Bin Javid has seen fierce fighting and no real picture of who's winning. The jets still fly overhead as talk on whether to enforce a no-fly zone dominates the international agenda. Perhaps, though, Gaddafi's last words are his most telling.
Libya is not a piece of cake. We are not a Mickey Mouse.
Fighting words indeed. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera.
Well, earlier we spoke to Mabrouk, a Libyan who's in the eastern city of Brega. He witnessed attacks there and in Ras Lanuf by Gaddafi forces.
I will start with Brega city at 12:30 p.m. this afternoon. A plane attacked the main road going to the oil fields and split it in half. And then I went to Ras Lanuf to deliver some medical aid to the hospital there, and I was shocked with the amount of attack of airplanes by the government force.